What's up, guys? Maestro Megatron. Welcome back to the TikTok page, the Maestro Megatron and Captain Neo, which he's being a little bit lazy, but you know what? He's had a tough day. He's had a real tough day. He can be lazy, ain't that right, Captain Neo? That's okay, though. What I would like to discuss on tonight's video is Nightmare on Elm Street TV series. Now, I keep up with a lot of horror movies and a lot of horror films. I do a lot of horror movie reviews and opinions and my thoughts on my YouTube channel, which is at the Maestro Megatron. But what's everybody's thought on a Nightmare on Elm Street TV series, which they've already had one? They've already did the reboot movie, which that was mediocre at best. Could have been a hell of a lot better. Of course, a lot of the reboots could have been a hell of a lot better. The Halloween Rob Zombie reboot could have been a hell of a lot better. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre reboot was pretty good. Actually, the Halloween Rob Zombie reboots could have been redone, as far as I'm concerned. Not a fan. Especially of Halloween 2 Rob Zombie. That movie is shitty. But what I was wanting to talk about is A Nightmare on Elm Street update. According to Bloody Disgusting, there's production companies and people that want to do a Nightmare on Elm Street TV series or movie or animated series. This is according to Bloody Disgusting. The only problem with this taking off the ground is Robert Englund does not want to come back because he's too old, and he has stated that more than 100,000 times, and I don't blame him. If they come out with an animated series for Nightmare on Elm Street, it'd be cool if he actually did the voice of Freddy Krueger, which that'd be perfect. An anime or just an animated series, it doesn't matter. Either way, either or, Nightmare on Elm Street animated series would be badass. Like I said, there should not be another reboot movie because Freddy can't come back for it. But everybody's interested, all these production companies, I can't remember names off the top of my head. This is all coming from Bloody Disgusting, by the way. Production companies, directors, screenwriters, they're all interested in doing a Nightmare on Elm Street TV series, which we already, back in the late 80s, we already had one. I'm old, I remember this, back in 88, 89. We already had a Nightmare on Elm Street TV series, and it was subpar at best. It really didn't have Freddy in it too much. It was kind of like a creep show type of deal, like the creep show movies, several different stories each week of different people. Different scary, like kind of like a Tales from the Crypt type of deal, but I don't know if they want to do another TV series, have more Freddy in it this time. But who's going to play Freddy? Sure as hell ain't going to be Robert Englund. But the problem is that the reason this is not taking off, or the reason is nothing's being made or nothing's even being mentioned, except for the fact that production companies and directors and movie crews all want to do this Nightmare on Elm Street TV series. The problem is the rights, it's a copyright problem. All the rights to Freddy Krueger, the name, and Nightmare on Elm Street belongs to the Craven estate, to the Wes Craven estate. So Wes Craven's family owns it. And it's kind of like a Texas Chainsaw Massacre, or sorry, not Texas Chainsaw Massacre, but it's kind of like a Friday the 13th, the game situation, because, you know, Victor Miller fucked that up for everybody before they could come out with more Friday the 13th games, or they can come up with more special features for the game. Thanks a lot, Victor Miller. But it's kind of like a situation with that. They have to go through the Wes Craven family and get the rights and get the permission to either do another reboot movie or to do a Nightmare on Elm Street movie. So that's why this project, that all these people, all these movie and production and horror movie production companies and all these screenwriters, that's why they can't get this time bomb ticking and get this dynamite blowing up and exploding, because they have to go through Wes Craven estate. They have to go through his family, and it seems, from what I've read, this is mainly coming from Bloody Disgusting and other good horror movie sources, is the family's not really budging on it right now. Because the price is right. The price is right. So I wouldn't really count on that. I don't know. I don't have any I'm not even really a Nightmare on Elm Street fan. I'm a Halloween Michael Myers fan. Not a real huge Freddy Krueger fan. Never was. I didn't see what even as a kid, he didn't scare me really. I was a Michael Myers and Jason Voorhees fan, but I'm a horror movie fan. I'm a slasher movie fan. So I still like to talk about A Nightmare on Elm Street and all the other franchises like that. Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Scream. Sometimes I'm not a Scream fan. And I don't care if that gets me penalized or not, because there's a lot of Scream fans. But a TV series, I mean, like I said, in the late 80s, I already had one. But I don't see a TV series happening. Maybe another movie reboot could happen. But not a TV series. I don't know, because we can't even get the Crystal Lake series to take off, which I did in another video here on my TikTok page. We can't even get Crystal Lake to release. It's been 3 years. They've been talking about releasing Crystal Lake. They just announced, if you go on my TikTok page here, that I just did a video on it. Linda Cardellini is set to play Mrs. Voorhees, Pamela Voorhees, which I gave my opinion on that. She's so freaking smoking hot, Linda Cardellini. Whew. Anyways, but it's just, in my opinion, it's never going to get released. They keep dragging their feet. They keep firing directors. They keep firing screenwriters. They keep firing writers, producers. They just can't get that off the ground. So, in my personal opinion, I think it's going to be the exact same situation. If they really want to greenlight a Nightmare on Elm Street TV series, it's going to be the exact same situation with the Crystal Lake series. I mean, that's just all it is to it. Nobody can make up their damn mind how they want to do it and where they're going to do it and when they're going to do it. Because it all, like I said, like for the Nightmare on Elm Street TV series that, people are interested in doing, movie makers and producers and film crews and directors, movie companies, they can't get it off the ground. They can't greenlight it because the Nightmare on Elm Street Freddy Krueger moniker and brand belongs to Wes Craven Estate, and the family's not budging because they're probably asking for a shit ton of money. Now, I have no idea, as I said in a previous video here on my TikTok page, why the Crystal Lake series is dragging their feet. Probably because it comes down to money. I don't know. Nightmare on Elm Street TV series. Anybody have any good ideas for that? It's got to have Freddy in it this time, not a bunch of Tales from the Crypt or a bunch of Creep Show, different tales each week like it did back in the late 80s. We want Freddy Krueger. We want Freddy Krueger slashing and slicing and dicing people, just like in the Crystal Lake series. We don't want just Pamela Voorhees running around killing people with a little kid Jason. Maybe in the first season, but we want Jason. We want the hockey mask. We want Jason slashing and killing and squeezing and squashing heads and breaking necks and slicing people in half and slamming them up against a tree in a sleeping bag. That's what we want. So the same thing applies with the Nightmare on Elm Street series, if they ever come out with that, which I seriously doubt. We want Freddy Krueger slicing everybody up, slicing his victims, stabbing them, and jabbing his head and his razor claw through their body. Anyways, I get a little excited there. But what's your guys' thought on this? Just a little Nightmare on Elm Street update and thought. I do this. Again, my name is the Maestro Megatron on the TikTok page, Maestro Megatron and Captain Neo. Give me your thoughts if you want to see of course you guys want to see a Nightmare on Elm Street TV series. Give me some thoughts and opinions and what your idea would be for a good Nightmare on Elm Street TV series and what would it entail and how would you do it? Anyways, I'm the Maestro Megatron with Captain Neo, and I am out of here. Stay scary and disgusting, guys. And beware of the boogeyman.